So welcome back for part 3 in this Twitter answer session. I'm not into social media, I'm really not. I do a lot about LinkedIn, other than that, Twitter and Facebook and things like that I don't get into, but it's the way of the world. My wife, daughters, everyone's on it. Anyway, question from Nathan. Who's got the most shocking dress sense in the dressing room? Well, that's a really difficult one. You know, you've got Regan Charles Cook who turns up some days and you're thinking, well, come on son, I'll lend you 20 quid, get a pair of sensible trousers. And I'll say, listen, he's a great kid. I don't go in the dressing room and most of the lads are arriving, so I couldn't really say. But I would go either, it would certainly come out the car of Regan, it would come out the car of Brandon, so they two travel in together. And if I was picking someone else who might not be the sharpest and wittiest dresser, then I'd have to be saying Jack Bonham, who has to be said has been absolutely stunning, has made every one of us forget about Thomas Holly, who was a big loss last season. Moving on to Dan. Dan, you're asking for my opinion on what was the best Joe's performance of the season. I think there's been a number of outstanding performances, but in patches rather than over 90 minutes. What I would say to your performance, if you're looking for a game to look back on and catch up on and have a little pleasure watching, I've already watched a rerun of it yesterday, was when we beat Doncaster Rovers in the Cup at home 3-0. It could have been 4 or 5, and we made an outstanding Doncaster team with a brilliant manager, and I use that word correctly, a brilliant manager in Darren Moore, and we really made them look very average, and they're not very average, they're a top side. And you know, when we talk about the playoffs and when we come back to playing football, that Doncaster Rovers team are a real threat to us getting into those playoffs because they're full of quality. Moving on, Wazir is asking the question, money no object, one marquee signing, who it would be? Well, Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, if it was a marquee signing with no object. If it was more about our level and you had the money to make it happen, it would be Jack Marriott. Jack Marriott, who's now at Derby County. We have no chance of this happening, but you've asked me to look in the clouds and pick a player, and he is simply a stunning finisher. And I was so sad when I was the Peterborough United boss and Dara sold him to Derby County because I got a fantastic offer, and I was kept in touch with it all the way through the process, and that's all you can ask of any chairman of a football club. So Rob Baker has asked a question, if I had a time machine, going back in time, money no object, to pick my star 11, to pick my 11 players of all time, not necessarily that I've managed, but just throughout time. I don't have time to actually sit and analyse completely by position, but I just looked at the spine of the team initially, and you'd say certainly Gordon Banks, certainly Bobby Moore, certainly Gaza, who I was fortunate to know, certainly Cristiano Ronaldo, Paul Scholes and Messi, of course, come into the team. But I could not, to this day, have been manager of Leeds United and not have someone who marches on together. The great Billy Brown, my fellow countryman of mine.